you? How could I forget? You're the lad who's... This was literally 3 seconds ago. Of course you remember. You're the lad who's in the Asher Dragoons Company. Since you're here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at the spot of hunting before you depart? Hear for yourself what life is like for us convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years, like I have. I think it prudent to start with something simple and then work your way up to dragons. Suggest rams. Slay 3 of those and then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Sort. Best I got is some knight's bread. Cowards, all of you. Have you no shame at all? I beg your... Wait, are you not Master Shade? Honored Ward of House Vartan? Prize alone. Surely you will consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil? Westernmost of the Citadel Watchtower is built to warn of the Horde's approach. 'Twas lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, sir. So, basically you want an Animal Crossing creative mode. Makes sense. You, sir. You are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil Chapel. A nice rondel is set in its helm. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. Vigil's not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but you should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while all out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Archon. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Ratemont, Vermont, and Dautenant that wanders in and out of camp? With any heretics in the area? I have the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Wanting to not have to spend literal months building up your town to do what you actually want to do is not bratty. That's just like... The only Animal Crossing I really played was New Horizons. I didn't get super into it. If I ever considered giving it another go, it would be like, I'm gonna have to try and get all Cat Islanders. Greetings, sir. Your reputation precedes you. Once you slay a few primals, word gets around. Seeing as you're so strong and powerful, I was wondering if you might be able to help me out with something. I want nothing more than to support the great Sir Emmerich, but Ishgardian society revolves around the nobility. Those not of noble birth, such as myself, have no power at all. The only way to gain the power of nobility is through a truly noble display of courage. There's one simple way to do that. Slay a monstrous ancient dragon. There are some feats that cannot be ignored. So I took up my spear and came to the Convictory. Sadly, things have not gone as well as I had hoped. Still somewhat new to this, you see. Really don't know much about dragons, especially the rarer, larger ones. All the knights here are competing with each other for honor and glory. None of them will share what they know with each other, for fear of losing any edge they may have. But you're not a convictor. They're not competing with you. I doubt they'd be nearly as tight-lipped with you as they are with me and the other knights here. You might be able to learn a thing or two from me about how I might find and kill one of the larger dragons. Looking for heretics, you said? Why don't you go and bother Miqo'te or someone? Enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folks do with themselves out there in the wilds. Something I can help you with, my lord. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. Be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Miqo'te, soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. It weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the sphere, see? No, it was by order of Sir Jontelote's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got thinking how unfair it all is, don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Isart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then? I am minded to start a fire. I have been told that, like, the Islanders will just leave on a whim, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to hope to get some back. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Archon? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. I will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. And then you... Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. Sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. Come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. You could thin their numbers a little. Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You could be compensated for your troubles, of course. should be 2 people I have to talk to. This is 1. Don't know about dragons, do you? Well, you're speaking to the right man. I know stuff about them beasts that even dragoons ain't heard of. Don't think I'll be telling you for free, though. Tell you what, I'm due to go on patrol any minute now. It's far too bloody cold for it, if you ask me. Put me patrol points on your app here. If you go do my patrol for me, I'll tell you what I know. Oh, I know. It's just the one dude. Is there... It's possible to do this, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there. Bonk. And that's 3. In those rooms already, have you? How do you find them? Do they put much of a fight? No. Good work, lad. Clearly the Agile Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs. Sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. So that's one of those. Need to get 5 of those, that's 1. I think we have all 5 quests, though. One's got to get turned in back at Falcon's Nest, and we have to go into the Dusk Vigil for one. Those rams you saw last time may have been easy hunting, but I assure you, dragons are not. Even veteran convictors can find them to be something of a handful sometimes. If you want to try your hand at it yourself, I just suggest you start with some Archaeornis. They're great, feathered scalekin monsters, and they form part of the Horde's vanguard. You'll find the beasts wandering about to the north, near Banepool. Find 3 Archaeornis and put them down without mercy. Consider it a test of your skill, if you will. Okay, now I would say I should be able to leave town. Yeah, they're far enough away that it's worth mounting up to get that little bit closer to them. One polar bear. I think those are Archaeornis down there? Maybe? No? There's one last polar bear. Don't care about the fate. Ah, it is Archaeornis, but they're in a fate? How does one become a cat historian? What else is there? Secret to success. Ah, I have to stand watch there. So, why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering me? Apparently it won't drop aggro when I de-level sync. There. Now I shouldn't be bothered anymore. There's one location. That's where the yaks are. It's the last other spot anyway. 476 to the northwest. Okay. Oh, holy yak. Hi. One. Two. $335 to the west. Okay. There's our yak hides. Oh, you want to send me over there? Fine. Also, rest up there. If I get to you. Ah, that's where the Dusk Vigil is. That's that. Might as well. You. Spiteful night is staring wistfully out over the frozen lake. Don't see many adventurers out this way. Was just looking out over the Bane Pool. Great battles were fought at this fortress, but no matter how brutal, no matter how much blood was spilt, this lake always waited patiently to swallow all within its tranquil waters. Calamity changed all that. The lake is frozen over and slimy goddamn beasts wander its surface without a shred of respect, and I won't stand for it. I no longer have my strength. I'd drive these slimes away myself. Do an old man a favor and teach some of these gelati a lesson. Slaughter them, such that I might have another glimpse of the lake, as it once was. This quest just makes me want gelato. one. Two. Three. You make four. Go back to Cranky over here. You needn't say anything. Your actions speak loud enough. You have my thanks. Seems some adventurers are worth their salt after all. Now I can finally remember this place as it once was. The battles we fought and the friendships we forged, all atop this lake's still waters. Seriously, where? There. I don't know why you decided to go missing. This? The Ward of FFXIV wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon mind, but something altogether different. Far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill himself in new and exciting ways. Pray go on ahead. And that is the first dungeon you can unlock in Heavensward. It is an optional dungeon. You do not actually have to beat it to clear the MSQ, but you will never be able to fly in this zone if you don't. So, optional, quote. We have to go back to the Convictory. One of the things that annoys me more about this zone is there should be another Aetheryte here. I don't care. Like, this zone is too large and too difficult to maneuver to have a single Aetheryte point in the bottom right. It's a really questionable design choice. And it could have been fixed by something as simple as putting an Aetheryte point in the Convictory. It makes sense. Both of these are quest hubs at the end of the day. So let's see. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees those bears, there'll be nary a scrap to eat. Do they listen? Dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I dare you'd be compensated. Said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. Trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. This is what I care about. Bacon bread. Oh, you have another quest? I look troubled, do I? Oh, we all have our fair share of troubles out here. You looking to lend a hand? Out here, the cold is a constant nemesis. You could always use more yak wool for the creation of blankets. If you bring me 3 baskets of it, I'll see that it's worth your while. How did you find those Archaeornists? They might not be smart, but they certainly put up a good fight, wouldn't you say? Eh. You make it sound easy. But not all of us had the opportunity to fight at the side of the Azure Dragoon, to see firsthand how best these mighty beasts may be brought down. Many Ishgardians think we nobles that can victory are simply here out of foppery and whim. They scarce understand the risks we take defending Ishgard from the Horde. But I feel perhaps that you understand. If ever you decide you want to join the Convictors, you need but say the word. You got another one for me? My leg. That last dragon made quite a mess of it. Had it happened to anyone else, I dare say they'd be made a meal of. Fortunately, I'm made of sterner stuff and got away with no more than a flesh wound to show for it. Keen to get back out there and hunt that bastard down, but I shan't be going anywhere until this leg heals up. Say, do you think you could fetch something for me? The waters of Dragon Spit are said to have healing properties. If I had some of that, I'd be back on my feet in no time. Take this bottle and fill it with water from that spring, would you? Back already, are you? Well, a deal's a deal. I'll tell you what I know. No idea why. Corpses of weakened dragons seem to attract the high-ranking Dravanians. Once you know this, it makes it pretty easy to lay a trap for some of the bigger, nastier dragons out there. Now listen, don't go telling anyone about this, you hear? Just think of what had happened if everyone knew. Things are dangerous around here to begin with, especially lately. Imagine some lowborn, some young lad with dreams of nobility and nothing to lose. Some guy who's come out here to find glory at any cost. Imagine he finds out how to bring the biggest, nastiest monsters in the realm out of hiding. Just keep it to yourself is what I'm saying. You can never be too careful. Hey, dude, looking for glory at nobility at all costs. I found a secret for you. Ah, you're back. Were you able to find anything useful? I see. So I can use the corpses of weaker dragons to attract bigger ones. Seems like I might be able to bag quite a prestigious catch this way. Start with a small one, kill that, then wait for a bigger one to come along. Then if I kill that one, an even bigger one should appear. Then I kill that one, and so on. Until they kill you. You have my deepest gratitude. Thanks to you, I know what I must do. Though I might ask for another favor in the future. This is a terrible idea and you should not do it.